What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about my shoe rotation in April of 2024 so far, and we're going to start it off like last time with my game shoes. There's been some changes. As you saw in the last video, it's going to be linked down in the description if you haven't seen it. I used to play every game with the Kobe 6 Pro, but I decided to give them a rest. I had some separation issues with the upper already, so I wanted to keep them fresh for the playoffs. So the last 3 games, or actually 4 games I think, I used 3 different shoes. The first pair I used was the KD16 on Pearl. I played with them in the beginning of the season a little bit as well, and as you know, I absolutely love the KD16s, and this is just the most beautiful colorway in my opinion, but they're also getting pretty beat already. As you can see, I'll hold a bit closer to camera. Up here we have some issues already on the material. That's why I also decided to switch it up with them a little bit and took another one of my all-time favorite shoes, which is the Harden Volume 7. I didn't play in this colorway. I have the colorway I played with in the locker room. It's the Flash Aqua colorway, but this one is also really clean, and I played with it in the beginning of the season as well. So I thought it'll be fine if I showed this one in the video. And then maybe a little bit of a surprise, in my last game, I played with the Puma MB1 in the iridescent colorway. As you can probably tell, I really like to play in pink basketball shoes. I just think it's a really cool statement on court, and they look also extremely beautiful. They're up there with the On Pearls if we're talking about best pink basketball shoes. And I actually also like performance a lot. I also have a review of these on my channel, so check that out if you don't believe that the MB1 actually performs good. Then we have a few older shoes making a comeback actually. The first one, also probably a bit of a surprise, the Why Not 0.6. I think I never talked about this shoe on this channel before because I got them before I started doing YouTube. And the reason why I chose them is because I got a bit of a bruise on my right and left foot actually, where my foot is extremely wide. That happens sometimes if a shoe is too narrow and I play with it too long, and it hurts as hell. So I had to choose a shoe that was really wide with comfy and soft materials, and this one actually fit me the best. We're going to see some other shoes that fit that category as well. And they're just insanely comfortable, and I would play with them much more. The only thing I don't like about them is torsional support. You can really flip them around. However, they have a shank, but it doesn't do too much. The midfoot is kind of stable, but the forefoot flexes too much for me. So I'll have to see if my bruise is feeling better. I'll play with another shoe this weekend. If not, I might have to play with the Why Not 0.6. Another older shoe that also fits the category of good for wide feet, the Puma All Pro Nitro. I also really like these a lot. Actually played some games with them in pre-season. The reason I don't really use them anymore is because dust got stuck in the outsole. I can't get it out, and they're really bad on dusty courts. Everything else about this shoe is a top tier, or makes them a top tier performer. Sadly, the traction performance on dust just isn't good, and really is an issue for me if I play on dusty courts. There's a lot of slipping, and it doesn't even help that much if you wipe. And another shoe that's been in the rotation for a while as well, and they're also extremely good for wide feet and extremely comfortable. I said in the last video as well, I think these will be in my rotation for a while. I also have the purple colorway in the locker room, the Fresh Foam BB Volume 2 from New Balance. Really comfortable. Cushioning is like walking on a cloud. I even have them in my top 5 shoes of 2024. The only downside to this shoe is that you're kind of high off the ground and a tad bit unstable. Torsional support is actually good. You can really just scrunch them that easily, but because the cushioning is so nice, you sit kind of high off the ground. So if you have issues with that, or if you don't like that, then this is not a shoe for you. But if you have wide feet and love cushioned shoes, this is probably the best option in 2024. Then some shoes I'm currently testing. Oh, actually another one, I forgot, another shoe that made a comeback, the LeBron 21. Surprisingly also kind of nice for wide feet after you break them in, and if you don't lace them too tightly here in the forefoot. And they're also just really comfortable. I also use the Akoya colorway a bit. I have them in the locker room, and they're just very comfortable. Great traction performance also on dusty courts. Probably my pick for best traction on dust. And I love how the material here in the back, I forgot the exact name, actually confirms to your feet. It's kind of like with the insole in the Kobe 6s. It molds to your foot after some time, and whenever you put them on and play with them just like for 10 minutes until you start sweating, it will perfectly fit to the shape of your foot, which I appreciate a lot in shoes. Now, as I said, some newer shoes that are in my rotation. First of all, we have the Serious Player Only Game 1. You all have been asking me to drop a review on these for ages. I'm sorry I haven't been able to do it. I just didn't have the time to record the full YouTube review, but I finally posted a short review on my Instagram and on my TikTok, and I also uploaded here on YouTube Shorts. Really, really nice shoe. Great Kobe alternative. Of course, they have a drop-in midsole, and what I love about Serious Player Only is that they have exchangeable drop-in midsoles. You can separately buy a different drop-in midsole on their website. What do I mean by that? I'll show you. Here we have them. I have the strength insole inside of the shoe right now because that's the one that I use. It has a little bit of more cushioning and a lifted arch, and then it also comes with the quick system. That's the lowest to the ground I have. Less cushioning, less support, very low to the ground. Also nice if you're a quick guard, but I just like something with a little bit more support. You can see the differences here, and that's something I really, really love about Serious Player Only. You can get the insoles separately on the website, and you can customize the shoe to your liking. Apart from that, the shoe was very nice. I'll drop my review as soon as possible, I promise. The only issue I had was that the traction pattern actually needs some time to break in. The first couple of times I was sliding and I thought, what the hell is going on? But then after that, it was really, really good. Stops on a dime. And also, big suggestion, if you hoop outdoors, get this shoe. It's extremely durable. The rubber is so hard, I can't even move it with my fingernails. So that's probably one of the most durable shoes you can get for outdoors. Then moving on to another new shoe that's in my rotation. It's a New Balance Kawai 4, another shoe from New Balance. I love the design of the shoe. I think it looks really, really cool. Performance was decent, but not the best. It's kind of expensive also. I think it retails for $160. And the weirdest thing about this shoe is actually the insole that's used, because usually if you have like a foam insole, right? You know what I'm talking about. And here it kind of has this I don't know, rubbery material. It kind of feels like a neoprene even. I'm not sure what it is. On top it's just a foam, and also in between you can see it's a foam, but on the outside it has this weird material, and in my opinion it kind of stops the insole from giving a lot of comfort to the shoe. The stroller board also has like minimal cutouts, so the underfoot compression is not that nice, and the impact protection is alright. So it's in the heel, it's alright. In the forefoot, you're pretty much low to the ground. I think it kind of has to do with the weird insole, and also the density of the foam is not the best if you like soft shoes like I do. So if you're used to playing like fresh foam BB from New Balance, this is something totally different. Apart from that, support was pretty good. Lockdown was alright. Traction performance was also good. Kind of weird looking pattern, but it did the job. I also have a short review on my Instagram and TikTok channel already, and I think I also uploaded it to YouTube Shorts if you're interested. Then another new shoe I finally got my hands on, you've been asking me to review them for ages, is the Nike Sabrina 1. I got the Oregon Ducks colorway, the Oregon Ducks PE. I really love it. It says Quack here in the front, and just beautiful colors. Also kind of match our jerseys, and I'm really excited to play with them. Funny story, I actually got the wrong size at first because I didn't think of or remember to think of that they're actually on websites in women's sizes. So I went and got my usual US 14, which of course in women's sizes is a men's 12.5. I sent them back, got my right size, and they're really, really nice. I'm currently testing them, so you can expect my review to drop sometime next week. Love them. Traction performance was top tier. I love the court feel. In my opinion, this is a great shoe for shooters. You feel really low to the ground, you're on balance, and you have just enough impact protection to be protected on hard landings. And the materials are also very nice and will conform to your feet. I just have some issues because, as I said, with the bruises on my feet right now, I can't really wear them that much because this part right here where there is the quack digs into that part of my foot. That's exactly where my foot is extremely wide. So I have to break them in a little bit more for me to drop the full review. And also another new shoe, actually a shoe I've reviewed and tested already in a different colorway, the Anthony Edwards 1. I got myself the Velocity Blue colorway. I actually traded for them. I traded a pair of the Serious Player Only Player 1 plus the Austin Reeves 1 in the Iceman colorway. They were too small for me, both those shoes, and this one is exactly my size, and I got them from someone I sold shoes to in the past already. He hit me up and asked me if I was interested in them, and I said, what do you think of a trade? Because he said these are too big, so I thought, I might have some shoes for you. As you know, I love the Anthony Edwards 1. Only downside is that they're a bit heavy and that the insole kind of folds up on itself while playing. And finally, the last new shoe I have for this video is the Wade All-City 12, an all-time great performer. I had this colorway already. I reviewed it in December, but I haven't posted my full review on YouTube yet. So also make sure to watch out. The full review of the All-City 12 is coming soon. Just a quick roundup. Traction performance is insanely good. You can see it does pick up dust, but it still performs really well. Support is great. They have a shank plate in the midfoot, actually two shank plates layered above, so you can see only the forefoot flexes. The midfoot is really stable, which I like a lot. Materials are soft and comfortable, and the cushioning is out of this world. The heel, it's a full-length boom setup. The heel has great impact protection, and the forefoot is really low to the ground. You even have those little windows where you can watch it compress. You'll see those clips in my full review. And before we end the video, the Harden Volume 8, I'm yet to get a second colorway. I'm waiting for the Flamingo Pinks to get them in a half size down, and then these will be in the rotation as well. As I talked about last video, they are too big after breaking for me, so I need to get my size 13.5 and not the 14. With that being said, that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions or suggestions, just comment down below. Let me know what you want to see next. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and see you next time for more reviews.